our population is aging, as we know, and according to the Alzheimer Society of Canada, in 2024, this year, there are approximately 733,000 people in Canada that are living with dementia. And by 2030, nearly 1 million people in Canada could live with dementia. This would be about 187,000 new cases every single year. And by 2030, Canada is expected to have a 51% increase in the number of new dementia cases a year compared to 2020. So mind-boggling stats as our population ages. This is very concerning. Well, thank goodness for some organizations that are out there to help families. Hope for Dementia is one of them. It's a federal nonprofit charitable organization whose mission is to support the cause of safeguarding healthy brains in our aging population. Hope for Dementia is dedicated to supporting prevention, early diagnosis, and treatment of dementia and other cognitive disorders. And I'm very pleased to have Camille Isaacs with me here in studio. Camille is the Vice President of Hope for Dementia. Camille, welcome back to Life on a Hearst.
Thanks for having me, Matt. It's always a pleasure chatting with you here on CJAD.
Well, thank you for coming in. I know you are very busy. Appreciate you coming in here on a Sunday. Well, the annual World Alzheimer's Report was recently released. This is a worldwide annual publication around this time of year. I was actually proud to have contributed to the World Alzheimer's Report a couple of years ago, talking about aging in place and dealing with denial and transition trends. So, Camille, just released this year. What are some of the key points that were brought up in the World Alzheimer's Report this year?
So the World Alzheimer's Report was produced by the Alzheimer's Disease International. 40,000 people worldwide were surveyed, and it was about global changes in attitudes towards dementia in the last 5 years. There's some pretty worrying trends. I'm seeing from the report that in 2024, 65% of healthcare professionals believe that dementia is a normal part of aging, whereas in 2019, 62% said that. So you're seeing a slight increase there.
And an increase on something that's actually not right. It should be reversed.
Exactly. And I have a feeling that because people are seeing more and more cases of dementia, the perception then is where it is. But this is really not the case, because what's also interesting is that the report found that more than 80% of the people surveyed believe that dementia is caused by lifestyle choices. And at Hope for Dementia, we focus on 12 modifiable risks of dementia, which were identified back in 2020 by the Lancet Commission on Dementia in the UK. I'm not going to go through all of the 12 risks, but I can tell you that they can be categorized in 3 broad areas: nutrition, physical activity, and social interaction. And Hope for Dementia focuses our programs on those 3 particular areas. Our programs are aimed to teach people about proper nutrition, the need to engage in physical activity on a regular basis while socializing with persons within the senior population, but also with young people.
You know, very interesting. Talking with Camille Isaacs Morel, who's the Vice President of Hope for Dementia, and doing a little summary of the World Alzheimer's Report. And it's interesting about these risk factors, and so true about how lifestyle change can either increase or decrease odds, specifically with nutrition, physical activities, and social interaction. I'm going to have Dr. Serge Gauthier on my show in about a month's time. We're going to be specifically talking about some of these topics. Now, Camille, you are the Vice President of Hope for Dementia. For our listeners, and you mentioned a couple of things that Hope for Dementia does. Can you expand a little bit on all the wonderful activities and resources that you offer at Hope for Dementia?
Well, I'm very pleased and proud to say that our organization has been growing tremendously. In the past year, we've added 3 new programs to the 3 core programs that we have. The core programs that we have are Just Connect, where we distribute tablets and iPads to residences so that persons can stay in touch with their loved ones and break social isolation. We have the Healthy Food for Healthy Brain distribution of food baskets to persons who are vulnerable, seniors who need proper nutrition for their brain health. And we also have an intergenerational learning program where youth sit with seniors and engage in mutually beneficial activities.
Just love that part of it. Just,
Yes. But the 3 new programs that we added in the last year: mindful eating for healthy minds. They are cooking workshops. Seniors work together in groups and cook brain healthy meals. We have Busy Box Better Brain, which is on a quarterly basis, we distribute activity kits with various items, whether they be jigsaw puzzles or iPads or new programs that they can learn online. And that program is also new, and it is distributed. It's focused mainly on English-speaking Quebecers, particularly in rural areas. And then we have another one, which is now very popular, Move for a Healthy Mind, which is exercise activities for seniors, and they're adapted for them. So those are our 3 programs that the 3 new programs. So we have 6 in all, and we've reached approximately in the last year well over 500 persons. And then if you think about their caregivers and their families, then you multiply that by 3, you see the effect that it has. Yes.
So many things. Nice to see the growth. Listening to Life Unrehearsed, Matt Del Vecchio here, and I'm talking with Camille Isaacs Morel, who's the Vice President of Hope for Dementia. Very interesting to hear this, Camille. I've had you on the show for several years now, and it's nice to see the progress that's being made. I know you personally have been a huge advocate, as well as Hope for Dementia, for early diagnosis of dementia. So can you just elaborate a little bit on the importance of early diagnosis?
Okay. Hope for Dementia really focuses on prevention, and part of the prevention that we're advocating is that people be screened on a routine basis. Okay. We actually launched 2 petitions about a year and a half or 2 ago, one in the federal government and here in Quebec, the Quebec National Assembly, asking for dementia prevention and the screening of persons for dementia to be routine in medical examinations for persons over the age of 55. The earlier we're able to detect a cognitive decline, the better it is, or easier it is for persons then to take action and see some results. There is some promising research in the United States that proves that there are people who in the early stages, when there's early intervention, some of the symptoms actually are reduced in terms of the progress, the pathway to a full-blown diagnosis, and in some cases reversed. But there's more research that needs to be done to prove that.
And Camille, like many organizations such as yourselves, you do need to rely on donations, and they are becoming critically important for your organization as well as others. You have a very important charity gala coming up on November 2nd, almost sold out. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes. This year, on November 2nd, as you mentioned, Matt, we will be having our annual fundraising gala at the Cristal Reception Hall in Ville Saint Laurent. We're expecting to have 300 or more guests, and it's going to be an evening of entertainment, yes, but also scientific discussion. And there's going to be a lot of awareness raising at this gala. Persons who want to support our gala and who want to sponsor our gala can visit our website at hopefordementia.org and make a contribution. If you cannot come, still make a donation. We are thankful for the many donors that we've had. The government, both federal and provincial, have given support to our programs, but in order to keep them going and to reach out to more people, we need to have this fundraising event, and we're looking to raise well over $200,000 to at least keep us keep the programs that we currently have going, and to potentially add additional ones. So this Saturday, November 2nd, at Salon Le Cristal, Hope for Dementia's annual gala. Visit hopefordementia.org for more information and to purchase tickets or make a donation.
Camille, thank you very much. I'm going to repeat that, hopefordementia.org. Really appreciate you coming into studio and spread the good word about Hope for Dementia.
Thank you so much for having me, Matt.
Thank you. Camille.
Thank you.
That's Camille Isaacs Morel, the Vice President of Hope for Dementia.